Welcome to the show, Mr. and Mrs. The show where love, laughter, and life in marriage take the center stage. Whether you're newlyweds or seasoned couple, or you're just here for inspiration, this show is for everyone who believes in love and partnership. So sit back, relax, and get ready for an unforgettable moment of the show. But before we do that, let's get to know this couple from their profile.
The couple on the Mr. and Mrs. Couch are the Afolabis. Josiah Afolabi and Kate are a dynamic duo whose guiding principle for their marriage is love is regardless. That is, there's no going back regardless of what happens. We make our marriage work. Josiah is a minister of the gospel, a counselor, policy advisor, data processing specialist, media consultant, and Kate is a microbiologist and a businesswoman. They both enjoy watching movies, spending time with family, and having a culinary adventure. This lovely couple have been married for 2 years and enjoy their intertribal marriage and believe that respect is essential in every relationship. Join us as we welcome the Afolabis to our studio.
Welcome back from that inside, profile of the couple here with me in the studio. And I'm talking about Afolabi Josiah and Kate, and they are here to tell us more about themselves and how has the relationship been. You're welcome to the studio.
Thank you so much.
And it's good to have young couple just starting,
Yes, ma'am.
How has it been?
Well, so far it's been so good.
Oh,
Yes. I have no regrets so far, and I know I'm not going to anyways, but it's been beautiful all the way.
how about you?
Yeah, it's been a great journey. Of course, we're just starting because, compared to whenever we look back at our parents, people around us doing well, because there's a way the society tend to make us see, many people's marriages are not working. But then seeing, beautiful marriages ahead of us, we know that ours is going to even end up more beautiful. But so far, it's
so
been
intentional
very
about
beautiful.
it.
Yeah, it's been very beautiful.
So how did you meet her? And then who made the first attempt or who made the first move?
Okay. So I met her at our place of work. She's
Okay.
been working there for a while.
Here in Abuja?
Yes, here in Abuja.
Okay.
And so we just, I was working somewhere else. So one of my former bosses that happens to be a part of a directorate somewhere called myself and one of my friends who he had once worked with to join them, at a new place because of, the things we've done before then. So walking into the office, she was the receptionist and the PA to the boss that we met, and so she gave us this warm welcome. And eventually we got the job to work at the same place.
Okay.
And so that was how we met, basically.
Okay. So what was your first impression about him?
About the first impression, so maybe I should start the story from the beginning, because what I first saw about him was the fact that this guy is not supposed to be here. I mean, we had an interview a few days ago, and he wasn't part of it, part of the people that came for it, and all of a sudden, when people are asked to come for the second phase of employment, and he's here with some other person, and in my head I was saying, no, all these people with long legs. I wasn't really pleased seeing him there, but then getting to work with him and other colleagues, it was an amazing experience working with him.
So you told me you're from the south and he is from the
West.
west.
Yes, ma'am.
How is it? It's not unusual, but then how are you coping because of culture and other things?
Okay. Well, for me, I've always had the mindset growing up. Of course, my parents were both from the West. Are both from the West, and then they've had a beautiful life. And I've also seen examples of people who married intertribe. They came from different tribes basically, and they had a beautiful home. So I was never stereotyped to marrying from my tribe. And the way I grew up, seeing the kind of friends, the people I've met, people I've stayed around, I've not really stayed with people that are from my own side of the country. I've mingled so much, so I was never having that barrier. Of course, I didn't know so much about other culture. I knew there were going to be some differences, but I didn't know how much I would be able to, give in to allow all of that. But then when ours happened, I was ready to go all out for it. Even when people were saying so much, I was just ready to do everything that is needed to have her beside me.
Okay. So what was the thing that made you feel that he's the one I want to spend the rest of my life with?
Okay, about that. I would say I loved his commitment to things, especially to the things of God. He's very honest. He has this leadership skill wherever he is. Even when he's not in position, you will just see him manifest his skills there, and he's very hardworking. Outside that, I know I had to talk to God in prayers. Of course, I wouldn't want to rush into some. It wasn't something I just want to rush into. That's why I talked to God in prayers. I had my conviction of, okay, yes, he is the one. I mean, even when he told me, when he was able to express his feelings to me, because that took a while. I was telling.
A while is how long?
Um, we were in that space for about 2 weeks, I would say. He was telling me that there was something he needed to tell me, and I would like, okay, so what's the thing? But he wasn't able to tell me.
He did not like have the courage to bring
I
it
would
out.
say that. And so when he was finally able to express his feelings, so I told him, as at that time, I was probably catching a little feelings for him.
Oh,
But it took a while, anyways.
just 2 weeks, but you said two.
No.
Uh,
2 weeks of him telling me he wants to tell me
and
something.
then yours took like how many weeks?
Mine took a while, But when he finally did that, I told him that because I had feelings, but I wanted to be sure of what we are going into. So I talked to God, and
And you were elected that direction.
yes, I was.
Oh, and then how has it been? You told me earlier on that the relationship was like the courtship, if I should say, 1 year, 8 months.
Yes. So precisely 1 year, 4 months.
Okay,
Yeah,
before you
met,
popped the
yes.
question and then the marriage came in. So 2 years or about into this in marriage now.
Yes.
How is it going for you?
Well, for me, it's been a beautiful one. We've had, in the space of barely 2 years, we've had our ups
And
and
downs.
downs. We've had beautiful moments. We are still having beautiful moments. And then we've had days that we felt like, why are things not working in the particular direction that we would have wanted it to work?
Okay.
But what has really kept us is the fact that we understand individual strength and our weaknesses. So we don't want to find ourselves at that low moment where both of us are both low. Someone must be there to, cheer up the other person and help the other person come back alive. So there are times that I would come back from work and so much would just be on me. I just feel like breaking down. But she's there to support. She's there to give the,
And she's
every
there to
care.
cook.
And then she's there to cook because she cooks so well.
Yeah. You mentioned it.
Yeah, she cooks so well. And then there are days that it's also us. She just feels, it's a lot going on. And I just knew I just have to be there for her, and that has been how we've been going on. The mutual respect and the support
From each
being
other.
there for each other, basically.
Oh, that's a good one. We're going to quick break and we'll be right back.
Okay.
Well, I've been speaking with Afolabi and Kate, the young couple here with me in the studio, and there's more about them that you need to sit down and watch. Well, up next is a pop-up quiz to test your knowledge on relationship. How much do you know about relationship? We're going to quick break and we'll be right back. Welcome back to the program. The program is to Mr. and Mrs. And now it's time for our game section. But this time around is the game section with a twist. We've sent the husband out to explore the station, and I have the wife here. I'm going to ask her questions, and when he comes back, he's going to confirm if that love is strong. Yes, is the love strong?
It's strong.
When
It is strong.
you say strong, is it 100 over 190, or are we talking about 150 over 100?
150 over 100.
Okay, so
Is
let's
that
go.
strong?
Is that strong?
Yes.
I like that. I like the confidence. And I hope when he comes in, he'll be able to tell us.
He will.
Okay, let's see. So, what's your shoe size?
38, 39.
Okay, 38, 39. Hmm, interesting. So, what was the last gift that you gave him?
Wristwatch.
A wristwatch. That's something you're saying it with full confidence. Even though I know you cook a lot and you love cooking and he loves to eat.
That's a regular thing.
That's a regular
That
thing.
shouldn't be.
So should I ask this question?
Which,
What's his favorite food?
okay. He's no, you know, we are both into tribal. So in the Yoruba part, the West, so he loves amala and ewedu.
Amala and ewedu.
Now, in from my own place, he loves afang soup and any swallow would go. He also loves white soup. Okay, so I have to,
everything.
I don't know.
He cannot
maybe it's just my cooking. I can't help it.
Okay, you say that. So, what is his dream holiday destination? Where would he like to go in when he's not doing all those coaching, doing this, doing that? Because he does a lot.
Yeah, he does a lot. So I know he would love to visit UK.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, it's only UK. This one, there's no Paris, there's no this, there's no
Well,
that.
he said he wants to explore UK.
Okay.
Yes. So, but he knows I have a lot to explore everywhere.
Even now that the marriage is like 2 years,
Yes, ma'am.
I need to ask you this question because you're now living with somebody.
Yes.
So, who is likely to leave the lights on at night?
Ha!
Hmm.
He is.
He is.
Yes.
He's the one that leaves the light on.
Yes.
And then you have to stand up and.
I can be like that.
She said, I can be like that.
Yeah.
Oh, well. Anyway, I'll bring him in now and then I'll find out who is telling the truth.
No problem.
We're going to bring Afolabi now into the studio to find out whether her answers are going to be the same answers. Let's see how their love works. Welcome back. Afolabi is back in the studio with us. Let's hear from him whether she says what she is sure of, or let's see how the love works for them. I was telling her not to look at you as you were walking in because she was 100%, no, 150% sure
Wow.
of this love.
Okay.
So my first question to her was, and it goes to you. What's her shoe size? This beautiful silver shoe. Put it down.
Okay. She wears 38, 39, really.
Okay, you say so. Well,
I hope I'm right.
yeah, you're
Oh,
right.
okay.
She just did like this, as in, he knows me very well. I like the confidence. We're still on it. And then, so, what was the last gift she gave to you?
Oh,
Oh dear.
she bombards me with so much gifts these
Hey,
days.
a
I
specific
just need to
one.
pick
I'm
the
asking
last
for
one.
one.
Actually,
Mm-hmm.
that should be the Christmas gift. This wristwatch.
Oh.
This beautiful wristwatch. She gave it to me. recently.
I like how she's doing that because she's so confident of herself.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know the wristwatch and it's a beautiful one.
thank you.
She's rocking it. She likes good things, right?
She does. She does.
I can see from the dress, the shoe. I can see. Okay. So, what's your best food? I know she can cook.
Hmm.
She was doing some explanation from my tribe to his tribe. So, what's your best food?
Ah, hmm. With the best food, it might be a dicey one.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's a swallow,
Mm-hmm.
it's definitely has to be amala
And
and the wedu soup.
so,
In
if
fact,
it's
in its fullness, we call it in my side abula. Abula is amala, ewedu, begiri, and stew.
oh, you like good things. So, from her side,
From a side,
yeah, let me see.
there are two particular, very very tasty delicacy that I so love. They're my
Okay.
favorite: white soup and afang soup. But
I give up because it's like, are you sure you did not do any signing for him to know the answers?
no,
We're here.
she knows I love it so much.
Oh
Especially
wow!
afang. It's so delicious.
I know how
It's
it's
so
going.
nice.
As in, she knows you very well.
She does.
So, where is your perfect holiday destination?
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
She likes a particular country.
Not how you.
Okay, mine. Oh, okay. I'm not sure she will get this because I've not really spoken so much about it.
Wow, really?
I've not really mentioned it.
Okay. Let me
But for me,
let me just sit down, darling. Like, for you, where is it?
for holiday, right?
Yeah, holiday.
Has to be traveling home to be with family. Probably Lagos or Ibadan.
I win.
Well, maybe you did.
There's nothing you can say here because we got you here.
Just a little.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she said UK. You want to explore UK?
Actually,
No, there's no actually UK. Is that Ibadan will go to? If you like it or not, you're going to Ibadan.
You
Go with him. She is lovely.
We'll go to Ibadan,
You go
Lagos.
with him to Ibadan.
Yeah,
because in the past few months I've not been home, so and I've been telling her we should spend time with family.
Family.
Yeah, so.
You're going to Ibadan.
She will go to
You
Ibadan.
know you here, so you stay here and go to Ibadan. Well, the last question I
Okay.
asked her is, who is likely to leave the lights on when going to bed?
I'm 100% sure
Mhm.
about this. It has to be me.
So at least, let me just say, out of 5, she got 4, which is not bad.
Oh, you tried.
It's so good.
You tried.
So that's why we can bring it to 130 over 100. Abi?
Well, maybe 145.
Really?
You're not using your microbiologist here. You're just using the businesswoman in
I'm
you
telling
to
you.
do, and the Igbo lady in her to do calculation. Well, that's a good segment, and
Thank
I
you.
told you it's my favorite segment,
Awesome.
and
It is.
I love the love that is working in her because it's like she knows you very well,
She does.
and I hope next time we get to find out whether you know her very well.
Of course. Maybe it's our
Of
next.
course. And then we shall meet them in the next 10 years and then we'll find out who knows who. We'll go on a quick break and when we come back, the program continues. Welcome back, and it is good to know that you're still with us on the program, Mr. and Mrs. And I still have Afolabi and Kate here with me in the studio. So, you might not have been married for long, but I feel even if it's a day, there's something you can give out to somebody out there and it will work for him. So it doesn't matter whether it's 1 day, 2 days, 1 year, 2 years. There's just always something that you can like tell somebody and it might work for that person. So what's your word of advice from your experience in this marriage
Okay.
that you can give newlyweds out there? So let me
Okay.
start with you, Kate.
All right. So for those, the intending and the newlyweds, I
Mhm.
would say communication is key to a healthy marriage. And also, for what I've learned so far, I know that before now, I really do not like to express myself so much to people. But
Mhm.
when I got in, I learned it that you really have to communicate to sustain and keep a healthy marriage. And also, you also need to learn. You have learned, you have to unlearn and relearn in a
Yes.
marriage. And I'll also say that you have to have mutual respect for each other, understand yourselves, and play a lot. Because I do. We do.
No, I've seen that, and I like it. You know, it should bring a balance to the. It shouldn't be a serious thing. Just play, then be serious, and then play. So, what's your advice?
Okay, for me, just to add to what she said,
Mm-hmm.
commitment is important in every marriage.
Okay.
We are coming together because we want to be committed to it,
Mm-hmm.
to making it work. So my advice would be that every young couple out there, like we are, and them intending, should be ready to put in the work because it will require so much dedication, so much work. Without the work from both parties, it might not end up the way we have envisioned. And so adding to that, we should also support ourselves. While we are strong, let's be supportive. When your partner is having some great success, out there, let's be supportive. Why it seems they are not really doing so well as well, let's be very supportive of our partners because we are both in this together. That would
Thank
be
you
my
so much.
advice.
Thank you so much for the advice and making this episode a wonderful one because I really had fun with the two of you.
Thank
It
you.
was really, really fun.
Thank you.
So, on Mr. and Mrs., what we usually do is we have gifts for you,
Oh,
at least to like get the bond very strong.
thank
I
you.
got it.
Thank you so
And
much.
we like to say a big thank you to our sponsors out there. And I'm talking about Capital Club and Apartments in Asokoro. They have been doing so wonderful to us by, you know, giving our guests a one night getaway.
Wow.
So you have a one night getaway, and
Awesome.
we can't thank them enough because they're like keeping this relationship going for everyone, for us, you, and for them too. So you have a one night getaway in Capital Club
Wow.
in Asokoro,
Thank you.
and then we also have a book car experience. Kids, don't go and be judging their food. I know you can cook. I'll try. So you have a booker experience at Lai Restaurant.
Oh, great.
Yes.
Thank you so
So
much.
thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you for
ma'am.
having
We
us.
appreciate you being on the program.
Thank you.
Well, I had fun, and when I say fun, it's serious fun with these two. They're lovely, and I have one or two picks from what they have said. They might be young, but they talked about commitment, support. She now mentioned learn, relearn, and you keep learning. You have to keep learning. And then marriage is not about finding the right person, it's you being the right person. The program is Mr. and Mrs. coming to you from the Unity Station, NTA Channel 5, Abuja, every Thursday, 7:30 p.m. My name is Aisha Kari Sherry. Join us for more episodes of the program.